You too. What's good? It's your boy Benji Cobain, and today we coming back here with another video. We're going to be reacting to the Story of Rah Gz. I heard about what happened. I know what happened, but we just gonna watch the video and we're gonna see what it's talking about. So let's watch it. Make sure y'all go ahead, like, comment, subscribe.
Now know this was just a 16-year-old boy who was shot to death in the back of the cab. Overnight, a boy murdered in the back of a taxi in the Bronx. Police say two suspects riding on a scooter opened fire on the cab, killing the 16-year-old in front of the driver who was not hurt.
Somebody tag K-Flock. Somebody tag K-Flock. Niggas not playing. Come right back. You coming through hard and all live. Block it.
Yo, what made me laugh was the way his neck is connected to his head. Like, it just looked mad. Hey, yo, like, just look at the way his head is shaped. Like, his neck and his head shaped. That is mad pause. His head look like Lois, like the back of Lois' head. If you know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? But rest in peace to him, though. Word.
Niggas off your lives, so niggas can't see your shit. Like, what's up? How about right now? I wish I'd sue you.
I already know them people. Yo.
Nigga is pussy, nigga. Nigga, on my block,
Respectfully,
nigga.
I see you
Come
outside.
do something, nigga.
I said, you are
Fuck, come do something.
Fuck all that politics and shit. Come back, spin back. Let me outside. Spin back.
I would have seen you.
Spin back. We're not gonna argue with him. We're not gonna argue him. We're not.
Okay, guys.
Yo, what's so crazy is that these niggas is in high school still. Like, just let that sink in. Like, they was born like 2004, 2005, 2006. That's crazy.
In this video, we're going to be talking about one of the most mentioned names in Bronx drill, and that name is Rah Gz. This is one of the wildest stories I have yet to cover, and to better understand this, we would have to take a trip to the Bronx. In fact, this story is so wild that more than 13 teenagers have been indicted during this ongoing war in the Bronx. This is the story of Rah Gz.
Nah, I was just looking at this nigga used G's chain.
Bronx drill has taken over the drill sound in the matter of months, and if you're in tuned, you probably heard of the name Rah Gz.
You going crazy.
Rah Gz was a member of the 800 YGs. The 800 YGs are a YG set based in 180th Street in the Bronx. The 800 YGs mainly beef with Southside. For those who don't know, Southside is the neighborhood of K-Flock. The two gangs are familiar with each other because over a decade ago they were in a deep battle. Southside were a part of a gang called the YBs. The YBs were a gang organization that mainly had beef with the YGs.
This beat tough.
Y'all already know it's me, very YB, 7 gang out here, the big shoot. Act up, get
This nigga look like Caillou.
clapped up right now.
Man, I'm talking about YB on set, man. YB's up, YB's always up, man. All the shit kept my you heard. YB's up, Hilltop up.
You know,
Yo,
we don't talk shit, we do shit. You already know. Shout out to my Southside niggas, 6'4", linemen, Ballstown, Chicken Ave, everybody's boss up, everybody. You already know.
Watch it, K. Watch it, K. YB's up. Watch it, K. OIK, OFK, 100K.
All that K,
First K.
all that K, set my K.
Watch it, K. He's up, man. Shout out to my Southside niggas, though. Most love.
Oh, my son had the Cleasy on. My son the red.
Bob all around. Suck my dick, nigga. YGK, nigga. YB's up. YGK.
Everybody knows right
like 7 gang, fuck 800 PVG, don't have your mother to my dick. I don't give a fuck your mother, your grandmother, and everybody else that like you. Same point. YB's up, bitch.
Why that nigga suck my dick? I don't like none of y'all. Y'all know me, I know I'm at.
Yo, nah, yo, son is fruity. Look, yo, look at this.
Fuck your mother, your grandmother, and everybody else that like you. Same point. YB's up, bitch.
Why that nigga suck my dick? I don't like none of y'all.
Oh, why is son pants down to his ankles, bro? Nah, pause. Fire for that. Oh, another man come put something up in there, boy. You gay, nigga.
I know me, I know I'm at.
The reason why you don't hear about the YBs is because every single YB neighborhood got indicted, and the remaining of the YBs changed gangs. A couple of years later, 800 and Southside were cool, and were beefing with 183rd Street Gang 3rd Side.
What's gunning? We on third shot. What's gunning? You on third shot though. Say what's up?
So gunplay already know key.
You already know. YG's up. Where we at? Where we at? Yeah, YG's up. Yeah. Yo, what's up?
I remember those days.
Yo, what's gunning? What's gunning? YG's up. Yo, we on third shot too. What's up? Yeah, we bugging.
We got one. We got one.
YG's up. Go play flick. YG's up. What's gunning? Hey, yo. Tell third shot 800 was over here. You heard? Hey, YG here. They pussy. They ran. Third shot, y'all ran to y'all building, man.
Those are the younger 800 and Southside members chasing the 3rd Side Gang off their neighborhood. Fast forward into 2021, Southside and the 800 YGs are beefing heavily.
What the fuck is on his head?
Yo, hold on, no.
You get copying your raps. Ugly behind you say I shot him. Fuck out of here,
What?
badass nigga. I really this is a Doug, you know. Where do I want it? You red, like. Who that?
That way. Look. They looking out the window. Oh, they fucking alive. They fucking. Man. They move.
The boys is right down the
Oh, we out the boys. The boys gonna think that was us. We out of here.
The new generation 800.
Yo, these niggas is moving mad stupid on live, bro. Like, why'd you go on live once you know some shit's gonna happen? Even once you don't know some shit's gonna happen, why is you on live outside, bro? You just making yourself a target. That make no sense.
YGs and Southside members were young and reckless. They were having shootouts on live and incriminating themselves. It even got bad to the point that undercover cops were posing as taxi drivers in almost every corner.
Cop car, federalians, and they have someone in there.
Rah Gz was a well-known 800 YG member. He was a well-known member, and a pretty active one. He was arrested for many charges such as attempted murder, carjacking, and robbery. On July of 2020, Rah Gz was shot in his back, but thankfully he survived. After getting shot in his back, Rah Gz started going into Southside territory, shooting up parks and injuring rivals. He also went to a rival Southside member's school, waited for school to finish, and fired shots into a crowd hitting one. 2 months later, Rah Gz and several other YG members went to a park where they saw a group of Southside affiliates and shot at them. After the shooting, Rah Gz and the other YG members were being chased by police when they decided to run into the headquarters of YGs in RPT, where they were later arrested. Rah Gz was also a known member to K Flock, who he allegedly shot in the stomach.
Nigga think gonna get me on IG
I ain't even know all that.
with 1,500 views say I shot him. Nigga, are you high?
After the incidents, Rah Gz started a rap career, dropping a song called BTB, which he and fellow YG members would diss the deceased members of the opposite side. K Flock also dropped a song in the same month where he dissed Rah Gz. A month later, Rah Gz dropped a snippet to his IG page, responding to K Flock.
Actually, just updating us minutes ago, we now know this was just a 16-year-old boy who was shot to death in the back of the cab here where you see investigators this morning. This overnight, a boy murdered in the back of a taxi in the Bronx.
All that social media shit.
Riding on a scooter opened fire on the cab, killing the 16-year-old in front of the driver who was not hurt.
On July 12, 2021, Rah Gz was sitting in a cab waiting to go to the studio, where two men on a scooter drove past and shot him in his head. 4 days later,
don't be sitting in no cabs, no Ubers, your own whip. Don't be sitting. Don't do that. Don't park up and sit in your car. Don't do that.
Police later investigated and found out that the men were actually teenagers and the one who pulled the trigger was 15 years old. But there's a twist. 8 hours before Rah Gz was killed, police investigated that he and another YG member were in a black sedan that was used to kill a 13-year-old Crip from Southside. Hours after Rah Gz's death, Doug E.B., who is also from Southside, got shot but survived. A couple of months later, another Southside member named Nas made a post on Facebook dissing Rah Gz. 2 months later, he was walking around his neighborhood when two men hopped out the car and shot Nas in the head. After his death, YG members shared the post that Nas made about Rah, dissing him back. Fast forward into November, 2 police officers were shot in the Bronx due to this ongoing war.
2 police officers have been shot in the Bronx. It happened just after 8 o'clock tonight.
Citizen app video here showing a large police presence at the scene. Both officers were rushed to St. Barnabas Hospital.
The response that Rah Gz made finally dropped and got over 500,000 views. And thanks to the new sound of Bronx drill, there's no telling when this will end. And that's the story. See you in the next one.
I like that. I like that. Yo, listen, that social media shit, that shit get you caught up. Word. But make sure y'all go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna see y'all next video, man. Peace.